We are discussing numerical on bit error probability for a BPSK system. So BPSK is nothing but binary phase shift keying. Binary phase shift keying. BPSK is equal to binary phase shift keying. So this is your BPSK. So it is given that it has a bit rate of 1 megabit per second. So bit rate is given as 1 megabit per second. Okay. Then it says that the received waveforms are S1t equal to a cos of omega naught t and S2t equal to minus of a cos of omega naught t. Okay. And these are coherently detected with a matched filter. So what we are given is S1 of t is equal to a cos of omega naught t and S2 of t is equal to minus of a cos of omega naught t, and these are coherently detected with a matched filter, and value of a is given as 10 millivolt. Value of a is given as 10 millivolt, so we can also write it as 10 to power minus 2 volt. Now it is given that the single sided noise power spectral density is n naught equal to 10 to power minus 11 watt per hertz. So n naught is given as 10 to power minus 11, and that signal power and energy per bit are normalized. So signal power and energy P and E are normalized. So we can write that power and energy are normalized to 1 ohm load. Okay, so first I will discuss the basics. So those who know the basics can skip the video and go to the solution part. So first I will do the basics of the BPSK signal. So let's first understand the basics of digital communications. Okay, so if we have a signal S of t equal to a cos of omega ct. Okay, so this can be your phase shift keying or binary or frequency shift keying or amplitude shift keying. It can be anything. Okay, so here a denotes the peak value of the waveform. Here st is your either your voltage signal or current signal, and a denotes the peak value of the waveform. So, and peak value is equal to root 2 of RMS value. So we can write it as root 2 a RMS cos of omega ct. Okay, so root 2 a RMS square. Okay, so because a equal to root 2 a RMS, so we can write it as root 2 a RMS square cos of omega ct. Okay, so if this is a voltage or a current waveform, then this root 2 a square RMS denotes the power of the signal. So we can write it as P cos of omega ct, root of P cos of omega ct. So root 2P, because a square RMS is the power of the your signal. So it is equal to root 2 p cos of omega ct. Now power is also equal to energy upon time. So we can write it as root 2 e by t cos of omega ct. Okay, so this is the expression for the signal, and this represents normalized power because it is normalized to a 1 ohm load. This is normalized to a 1 ohm load. Okay, because if there was suppose 2 ohm load, then 2 will also come here, but this is for a 1 ohm load, so this is normalized for a 1 ohm load. So this is the expression for your general expression for your digital communication signal. Now in binary phase shift keying, what we do is we transmit S1 of t. We transmit two signals. S1 of t is equal to A cos of omega ct, and S2t is equal to A cos of omega ct plus 90-degree phase shift. Sorry, we use a 180-degree phase shift. Okay, so the phase shift if you take, then this will be equal to minus of A cos of omega ct. Okay, so this is how these two signals are given. S1t and S2t are given as A cos of omega naught t and minus A cos of omega naught t, and this t is equal to 1 upon bit rate. So bit rate is given as 1 megabit per second. So this t will be equal to 10 to power minus 6. T will be equal to 10 to power minus 6. Okay, so we have now we have understood the basics. Now we will go to the solution part. So A is equal to root 2 EB upon T. A is equal to root 2 EB upon T, and T is given as 10 to the power minus 6. So EB will be equal to 2A square upon T. T is given as 10 to power minus 6, A is equal to 10 to power minus 2. So this will be equal to 5 into 10 to power minus 11 joule. The bit energy is equal to 5 into 10 to power minus 11 joule. So now the formula for the bit error rate, for the bit error probability for BPSK is given as PB equal to root of 2 EB upon N naught. So N naught is given to us as 10 to power minus 11. So this will be equal to, and this is a Q function actually. So PB equal to Q function 2 EB upon N naught, under root of 2 EB upon N naught. So this will be equal to Q function of 2 into 5 into 10 to power minus 11 upon 10 to power minus 11 under root. So 10 to power minus 11 and 10 to power minus 11 will cancel each other. So we will get Q of root 10. Q of root 10, and root 10 is 3.16. So we have to find the value of Q function 3.16, where Q of x it is from Gaussian distribution function. So this is given as 1 upon under root of 2 pi x to infinity exponential of minus of t square by 2 dt. This is the this is how we have to calculate the q function, but normally the value of q function will be given in your exam. This is t square, okay, t square, t is time. So the value of q function will be given to you in the exam. So q of 3.16 is 8 into 10 to power minus 4. So bit error rate will be equal to 8 into 10 to power minus 4. So this is the answer. So this was a very easy question, but we also discussed the basics for those who do not know the basics and how these all terms are given. So I hope you got how we applied the formula and each of the terms. Okay, so always in a BPSK signaling, the power and energy are always normalized to a 1 ohm load, and this was for coherent detection, and the time duration, this t has to be equal to 1 upon the bit error rate. So bit error rate was given to us as 1 megabit per second, so t was equal to 10 to power minus 6. So we also discussed the general form, the general expression for the signal. So the same general expression is used for all the signals. The same general expression is used for all the signals. So suppose if we have FSK signal, then also we use the same general expression, but what we vary is the frequency. So in FSK frequency shift keying, we use the same general function, the general expression, but what we vary in FSK is this frequency, and what we vary in this amplitude shift keying is this amplitude A. So here phase is not given, so you can take phase as phi. So in phase shift keying, what we vary is this phase. So when we take two different phases, then we get binary phase shift keying. When we take two different frequencies, then we get binary frequency shift keying, and when we take two different amplitudes, then we get amplitude shift keying. So this is how we can solve. These are the basics for your digital communication techniques. So I hope you got the video, and if you have any doubt, you can post your comment in the comment box. I will try to solve all your doubts. Thank you, and best of luck.